Alrighty guys, so it's another day of practice and Greg leaves for Queensland on the weekend to shoot in the Pan Pacific Masters. So we got to get him ready for that. So today we're going to shoot the long short format again.
Short long format, get it right.
Short long or long short?
Short long.
Short long format to get ready for his feed up down in the weekend. And tomorrow we might do another 3D, and then on Thursday for Wednesday. When do you go?
Hello. I'm leaving in a few days, so all the people that want to rob me again, good luck. You're in for a surprise this time though. So we've got 3 days, so I want to do that short long format because that will simulate the target shooting, and then I want to do an unmarked 3D on the Coyote, which is very exciting. Has that come out yet, the last one you did when you thrashed me?
Not the last one.
Ooh, yeah,
that comes out today.
There's a lot of joy in that one for him. He beat me again. So he's the undefeated. We've got to give it a name, this.
2D.
Because you know, new sensei's now got his tic-tac-toe out. So what are you calling our game? We'll think about it. We'll think about a good name for it.
Maybe you just let us know what you think the name should be of our little 3D adventure.
The game without Paris. Would that be?
Game without Paris?
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, so, and then we're going to put all the field targets up. The third time, Jimmy's taking a call.
Hello.
We're going to put the field targets up, like the bug eyes, and then shoot all the distances that are bug eye up to 20, and then put the next target face up. I think that's a 40, then the 60, then the 80, and shoot through 20 foot, like three arrows on each one all the way back, just to get me ready for marked field. And I'll be going to the Pan Pacific Masters on the Gold Coast, and that should be very exciting. And boy, I'll be up there for the election, the big Trump election. It's the Trump election. She's not going to win. It's impossible. She's the most evil person on the planet. I mean, if you can't see that from the facts, I don't know what you're looking at. You know, so let's hope that on the 8th of November we all are glued to our television sets, because I mean, let's face it, we have a political system here that's totally useless in Australia. We've got two guys both stabbed their leaders in the back to get where they are, and they don't have enough power on either side to gain power, so we've got all these people in the middle that get all the power to make decisions for our country. It's an insane setup. What we need is a king.
A king?
A king.
Australian king.
Just one guy, a king, and says this
king
is
of the world.
King of the world. And I'll be looking for the job for running Australia.
Alright, so we might get Greg's politics channel running this afternoon.
Oh, I hope so, because I've got a lot to say.
So we might get that pumping out. Depends how quick we shoot.
Well, we're going to shoot quickly.
We're going to shoot. We're going to pump it out. Alright, so let's get into this short, long format, and then we'll go and see what happens. Alright, so let's get into it. I'll see you soon. Alrighty, first end at simulation 90 metres, which is 70 metres on a small face. Alright guys, so we just finished the simulation 90 metres, which is 70 metres on a small face, and I went good at the start, and then, I don't know, something happened, I had a big flinch. Ended up with 208.
I was still sighting in at the third round, but I started off with a 50 and ended up finishing with a 56, and I got 213. Ooh. Now 213 in a long format is 320, which is what we were after, 320 for the 90. Because I said it was 54, and I think I got a 50, 53, a 57, 56, something like that, which evened it all out. A 55, a 56. So we're on target now to kill If you don't start up there, if you get a shocking 90, it's all over. There's no point. So we've done that because I think yours would be pretty close to 320. It might be 315 or something like that.
Maybe.
308. Well, I'll tell you, it's 312.
Okay.
312. That's within striking distance.
I'm still hanging in there.
Really pull your socks up on this one.
Clean this 70, make a
You
good
must
70.
really punish this 70 to get those points back.
All right, so let's get into it now. We'll get this 70 meters done and see how we end up. Okay guys, we just finished the 70 meters on the big face and I ended up with 2:23.
And caught, coincidentally,
Greg ended up with
2:23.
Tied that one.
So in real terms, that's a 3:35. So we're in striking of 1350. We haven't, because you can tell by the end of 90 whether you've blown it. And so far we've done 90 and 7 and we haven't blown it. We are within...
It's in our fingers, it's
within
in our grasp.
But
we're not
still within grasp. But we're going to have to shoot well on 50. So we turn that up.
Flip the faces and then go down to 50. And then
four good rounds of 50.
See how we go. Might go get a drink. Alright, I'll see you after the 50. Alrighty, so we just finished the 50 meters. I absolutely blew it big time. Had another flinch. I don't know what's going on today, but I've got the flinches back. I've had 3 flinches today.
Antibiotics?
Oh, could be, maybe.
Antibiotics. I, on the other hand, did about 6 hours of gardening yesterday, and I'm tending to drop low, but I got them all in here. I got 59 on the last shot, and then they're still too high. And that was a bad shot, and probably so was that one. But what's happened to me is I have got exactly the amount that I needed in the computations we made. So the computation said I had to shoot 360. If I shoot 360, if I clear the next 4 ends, I will get the 1350, but I can't drop one. And I'll be a 1350, but I cannot miss now at 30 meters. Can't miss. Okay, so Greg's got to clean it. I've got to try and pull myself back together, and we'll let you know how we go after the 50 meters, 30 meters. Don't have any. Alrighty guys, so we just finished the 30 meters and finished the long short format completely. So I ended up with, on that 30 meters, 234, which is really absolutely horrible for 30 meters. But I ended up with a total of 880. So we've shot this short long format 3 times now. I've shot 880, 890, 880. So at least I can say I'm consistent anyway. So now I just got to start the improve and might start to get a bit better. So how did Greg ended up? Okay, look, you must, this is for the normal thing as well as the short long format, as well as the you know, the 90 1440, or if you're shooting the 70 1440, you've got to come off that first round ahead. You have to. And we call it money in the bank, don't we? You've got to have money in the bank. Now, unfortunately, when we got to that last round, James had no money in the bank.
Oh, debit.
He had a deficit like the United States. But what I had was nothing in the bank, which means I had to clear the whole thing, and I didn't. I dropped one. I got a 59, 60, 60, 60. So I ended up with a proper real score of 1349. Wouldn't that rip your balls out and tread on them? Wouldn't it?
Especially when you hunt for that 1350 star.
That was so close.
But this is star.
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is the thing.
Yep.
By the time you get to the 30, you want to have points in hand. You know what I mean? Like if you
want to have that money in the bank, you want to have at least $10 in the bank.
Points in hand, money in the bank, whatever you want to call it, you want to have that by the end. So you know.
So you get to the 30 metres and you know you've got 10 spare in case you need, in case you do a stuff up somewhere.
But it is always good to have a bit of change when you're doing the 50.
That's right. Yeah, you need a bit of change at the 50.
Because when that face drops down to 80 metres, that's whew,
80 centimetres.
80 centimetres, not 8. It's always correcting me.
So that's it today, and I got absolutely smashed by a march fly. I don't know if you've had them in America or wherever you're watching from, but I'll give you a little demo on what happened to me shin, because he got me. Where is it?
That'd be an August fly for them or something like that.
Oh, maybe, yeah. There it is there. Look at that chunk. That's a fly. A fly bit that chunk out of my leg just there. Can you believe that? Fly. So that means I'm looking forward for a welt for the next week and a half. Because these bloody march flies, they kill you, give you a welt for a week. It's shocking, so itchy. Alright guys, so that's a little bit about of Australia's stupid big flies. They're big ass flies too, they're about that big.
The only upside of it is he's probably got a good dose of antibiotic.
Oh, that's right, because I've got a bit of a sinus infection and I've just started hitting some antibiotics.
So he's probably feeling pretty good.
So that's what Craig's talking about with the antibiotics. So that's it for today, guys. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the yesterday's play button, hit all the buttons you can, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video.